Now let us discuss the question answers of the lesson Silk Road and answers to be given in 30-40 words each. First question, what was the purpose of the author's journey to Mount Kailash? The author's purpose of his journey to Mount Kailash was to do the Kora, that is to do the pilgrimage, to do the religious journey to Mount Kailash, and secondly to do the study work, to do the research work, or to make observations about Mount Kailash while he would be doing the Kora. Secondly, how did the Tibetans at Ravu treat him? The Tibetans at Ravu were very nice. They were very hospitable to him. The Lamo, in the morning when he had to start for his journey to Mount Kailash, the Lamo gifted him a sheepskin coat which would help him to protect him from winter on the mountain on Mount Kailash. Then this Daniel, he accompanied the author up to Hor, and from Hor he came back and he took a lift in the truck. Then the driver Sitan, he was a very nice person. He was a skilled driver. He knew a shorter way to Mount Kailash, and he knew how to drive on the snow-covered roads, and he was a great help at Darchan also, because there the author caught cold. His condition was very bad. Sitan took him to the doctor in the medical college who gave him medicine, and the author got relief. So in this way, Sitan the driver was also very good and helpful for him. Question number 3. Why has the title Silk Road been given to this chapter? The title Silk Road has been given to the chapter because it was covered with snow. It was covered with snow, looked white, and because of that white topography, it gave the look of raw silk. So the author called it as the Silk Road. Question number 4. Why were Tibetan Mastiffs popular in Chinese imperial courts? Tibetan Mastiffs are the watchdogs. It's a kind of dog which is very ferocious, and it is very sturdy and very alert, and they were very popular in Chinese courts because they proved to be very good watchdogs. Describe the author's experience at Hor. How was it in sharp contrast to what he expected? At Hor, when the author reached, there he saw Lake Mansarovar, which was very divine, and he had heard a lot about that lake and that atmosphere, the divinity of the atmosphere, and he had expected that it would be a very nice place full of divinity, nice environment, divine environment. But when he reached there, he saw that there was no vegetation. There were rocks and dust scattered everywhere, and huge dumps of garbage were lying at the shore of the lake. So that he felt very bad to see that, and moreover it was a setback to him because it was completely opposite to what he had expected. He thought that there was Lake Mansarovar. He had heard a lot about it, that it gives a very divine feeling. But when he reached there, the lake was beautiful, no doubt, but he was sad and disappointed to see the garbage around and to see the atmosphere polluted, and that indicates how human activity polluted that divine atmosphere. Next is, what were the difficulties faced by the author at Darchan? The difficulty that he faced was, first of all, he caught severe cold and he could not sleep in the night. His nostril got blocked and his chest was heavy. He had to, Sitan, the driver, took him to the doctor. The doctor gave him some medicine, and then he felt relief. Second problem was that the language problem. There he did not know Tibetan. Nobody knew English. So the communication was a problem. Thirdly, he had reached there too early for the Kora. This was not the pilgrimage season. He had reached there early because the pilgrimage season, the season for Kora, would start late. So he was thinking that he would have to climb alone. So he felt that it would be his journey alone. But what happened was that his positive thinking strategy worked, and by good luck he got the company of Norbu, a Tibetan, who had also come to do the Kora, and he also was an academician, and both of them made a good company. Then how did the author's positive thinking strategy work? Now, how did his strategy work? That I just told you, that he got the company of Norbu, a Tibetan who was working in Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, and his purpose was to do research work, and he had also come to do the Kora, so both of them made good company, and he also knew English, so both of them could make a good team. How did Seetan prove to be a help to the author? Seetan was the driver. He was a skilled driver, an expert driver. He knew how to drive vehicle on the snow-covered roads. He knew a shorter way to Mount Kailash, so he took the author up to Darchan, and on the way they had a lot of problem due to the snow-covered road. There were blockages due to snow, but because of Seetan's experience and his presence of mind, and he being an expert driver in that area, he was able to drive author to safety. Then this Seetan, even in Darchan, when the author had fell ill, he took him to the doctor in the medical college, and all this helped him to be in relief. So Seetan was a great help to the author. As a Buddhist, he told me, he here is Seetan, the driver. He knew that it did not matter if I passed away, but he thought it would be bad for business. Now explain. What does the driver Seetan mean when he says, it did not matter if I passed away? That is, he said that the author had caught severe cold, and later on Seetan, the driver, told him that it did not matter if you died, if you passed away. If you died, it would not matter. But what would matter? It would be bad for business. For his business, it would be bad, because if a pilgrimage on the way died, then it would make the others scared, and he would not get any more people to carry from this place to Mount Kailash, so he would lose his business. So he said it would be bad for business, it would be bad for his business if he had died.